Okay, so in this video I'm taking a look at a standing pole light similar to the RGB smart standing pole light behind me, but this one is remote controlled and doesn't have the RGB color spectrum option. Okay, check out a couple of images that give you some more details, including size, measurements, and such, in case that's of interest, and then we'll take a look at this a little closer. Alright, so this comes really well packaged, shouldn't have any problems as far as damage. You have a disc that is weighted. It's actually very heavy, so it doesn't tip over very easily at all. So this is your base. You have your LED panel, which has a lot of adjustment options. I like to have these either on the ceiling or on the wall, bouncing off, so it's an indirect light. And then you have all the different sections, and all they have to be is screwed together, and you'll have the full assembly. So I'm going to do that here in just a moment. Of course, you have your pigtail here. That's for your power. And you have a little power brick with a pretty decent length cable and a barrel connector. You have a user manual, a support card with the email address in case you need to address any issues, questions, or anything else. And then you have your remote control here. So let me get this assembled right quick. We'll be right back. We'll take a little closer look at the controls on the remote and on the unit and see what kind of light output we get. Alright, so I've got the light. You can see it right here on my right. Let me go ahead and turn off that. Now the cool thing about this remote, I mean obviously the controls, power, night mode, the brightness levels up or down, and the color temperatures can all be adjusted with the remote. You also have a power button and a brightness and color adjustment button right on the actual pole itself. And the entire pole is made of metal, so durable, long-lasting construction. And a little tip, install it as far as the different pieces that you're screwing together. I find it easy to go from the top to the bottom. I guess that's up to you. And once you attach the base, like I said, it can rock, but it's not likely to tip over without a pretty significant impact. The other cool thing about the remote is it's magnetic. It uses 2 AAA batteries. I have it open just so you can see. They're not included, so you will have to provide those. Got the cover sitting right there. But it's magnetic, so you can attach it to the pole, so you always know where it's going to be. And any part of the pole, top, bottom, or even on the back side of the actual control, you can use. So I can turn it off and on. I can do night mode, which automatically dims it, off, on. I can play with the different color temperatures. So if you want like 2700K or you want higher, so if you want a warmer, softer light or a colder type color, you can go with the different variations from a cool to a warm. And then depending upon where you decide to stay with that, you can also adjust the intensity or the brightness level. It has a pretty good range. And again, I prefer pointing it towards the wall, having an indirect bounced light so that it kind of lights up. And this can light up a pretty significant amount of area as far as the space you're utilizing it in. Or if you prefer, you can just turn it upright, have it point towards the ceiling. You can also just have it facing out into the room. Of course, that's going to illuminate further into the room, but it's a very bright light as far as looking into it in comparison, especially when you have it turned up to the brightest option. So It's LED, so it should last a really long time. They have a really good warranty. Their products actually work quite well on several of their products, including the RGB light. That's a smart light here. This one is only smart as far as remote. It's not smart as far as voice assistant controlled. It doesn't connect to your Wi-Fi or anything. You do have to pair the remote first before you can use it, and you can use multiple remotes so you can have different lights so that one light's not controlling all the different ones, causing a big mess in the event that you have multiple of this type of light. So once you plug it in, it powers on. You give it a few seconds, hold down the power button for about 3 to 4 seconds, roughly. It says 3 seconds, it may take a few more. And after that, you can change brightness, color temperature, and turn it off and on, just as shown. So, this thing's about, I think, 63, 68, one of those two, 68 inches tall. So, not super tall, but tall enough. I think it looks good. Nice matte black finish, doesn't pick up fingerprint. Again, metal construction, a heavy weighted base, it's not going to fall over. You've got a pretty good range on the color temperature and the different brightness levels. You can get a maximum of 2,000 lumens. And I think that pretty much covers it. The images before the video should have given you a lot of details. If you want to find out more, anything that wasn't in the images or that I didn't speak about, there'll be a link below the video. You can check that out, find out more about this lamp. And otherwise, thanks for watching.